Thanksgiving had always been my favorite holiday. There was something sacred about the smell of turkey in the oven, pies cooling on the counter, and the sound of laughter echoing through the house. But this year was different. This year, I wasn't hosting. My son Ethan and his wife Madison insisted on taking the reins since they'd just moved into their new home. I was proud of them. Ethan had worked hard, and Madison had landed a job at a tech startup. It was the first Thanksgiving they were hosting since their wedding, and even though I'd been quietly paying their mortgage for the past year without them knowing, I didn't want any special treatment. Just a quiet, cozy gathering with family. But the moment I stepped into their beautifully decorated home, I knew this wouldn't be a typical holiday. Madison greeted me with a polite smile. "Hi, Eleanor. Shoes off at the door, please." I hesitated for a second, glanced at Ethan, who nodded sheepishly. "Sure," I said softly, slipping out of my flats. They'd gone all out with decorations. Golden pumpkins, delicate string lights, and a long table already set, though it was odd. "Paper plates?" I asked with a gentle smile, trying to mask my surprise. "Oh yes," Madison chirped. "It just makes cleanup so much easier. I mean, I don't want to be stuck in the kitchen doing dishes after dinner." "Hope that's okay." I looked down at the flimsy plates with a turkey print and nodded. "Of course." I didn't say a word about the antique china I'd offered to bring, my grandmother's set, passed down to me. Madison had declined, saying she had everything covered. Dinner went smoothly, though I noticed Madison had ordered a few items instead of cooking from scratch. The stuffing tasted like it came from a box. The turkey was dry. Ethan tried to lighten the mood by cracking jokes, but even he seemed slightly on edge. After dessert, which was store-bought pumpkin pie with a paper-thin crust, Madison stood and said, "All right, let's just toss the plates in cups. I'll bag them up later." I helped gather everything, gently stacking the used paper plates and plastic utensils. That's when I overheard her whispering to one of her friends in the hallway. "She's sweet, but kind of old school. Always wants things fancy. I'm just not about that life. Simpler is better." I smiled quietly and kept cleaning. Old school, maybe. But I'd built a life around tradition. Around giving. Later that evening, after everyone had left, Ethan walked me to my car. "Mom," he started, scratching the back of his neck. "I hope you weren't offended. Madison's just trying to make things easier." "I understand," I replied softly. "She's making a home that fits her vision. I respect that." He nodded but didn't meet my eyes. He knew. Somehow, deep down, he knew I wasn't okay. That night, I sat on my couch, sipping tea. The checkbook lay open beside me. Every month, like clockwork, I paid their mortgage without a word. They'd struggled after the wedding. Madison had lost her first job due to layoffs, and Ethan had taken a pay cut. I hadn't wanted to see them lose the house they loved. But now I wondered, did they love the house? Or just the idea of being on their own? The next morning, I received a text from Ethan. "Mom, can we talk?" He came over that evening alone. He sat at the kitchen table where his father and I used to eat late-night ice cream, where memories clung like fingerprints. "I found the letter from the bank," he said, holding it gently. "The one addressed to you. About the payment schedule. You've been paying our mortgage." I sighed and set my tea down. "You needed help. I didn't want to embarrass you." "Mom," his voice cracked. "Why didn't you say anything?" "Madison and I thought we were making it on our own." "We thought." "You are," I said softly. "You just had a little support from behind the scenes. That's what family does." He leaned forward, eyes wet. "She didn't mean to be dismissive. She's just stressed. She wants everything to be perfect." "I know," I said, offering a gentle smile. "But Ethan, perfect isn't paper plates and store-bought pies. It's people. It's remembering the hands that held you up when you fell. That's what lasts." He nodded slowly. "I want to tell Madison. About the mortgage. About what you've done." "No need," I replied. "Let her focus on her dreams. But maybe remind her that family isn't just in the photos. It's in the quiet sacrifices. The kind you don't see on holidays." The next Thanksgiving, things changed. Madison invited me to bring my antique china. She cooked from scratch, everything. She even asked me for my cranberry sauce recipe. I didn't get it last year, she said with a shy laugh. I'm still learning. We sat around the table, real plates this time, and Madison reached for my hand before saying grace. That year, we didn't just eat dinner. We built respect. And we became a family.